Rich Dad advised that Mike and I groom ourselves. Groom means what? Groom means nourish, or groom means prepare or train for a particular activity. Sorry, where did I stop? Rich Dad advised that Mike and I groom means you prepare or train for a particular activity. Groom ourselves. That means prepare ourselves or train ourselves. Many corporations do the same thing. They train themselves. They find a young bright student out of business school and begin grooming that person to someday take over the company. So these bright young employees do not specialize in one department. They are moved from department to department to learn all the aspects of the business systems. The rich often groom, prepare, or train their children or the children of others. By doing so, their children gain an overall knowledge of the operations of the business and how the various departments interrelate. For the World War II generation, it, it was considered bad to skip from company to company. Today, it is considered smart since people will skip from company to company rather than seek greater specialization. Why not seek to learn more than earn? In the short term, it may earn you less. In the long term, it will pay off in large dividends. What do you mean by dividends? Dividends is nothing but the is similar to the rate of interest or return. Dividends means the returns from a stock or a share if you hold it for a long period of time. The main management skills needed for success are the main management skills needed for success are 1. The management of cash flow. 2. The management of systems including yourself and the time with family. 3. The management of people. The most important specialized skills are sales and understanding marketing. It is the ability to sell, therefore, to communicate to another human being, be it a customer, employee, boss, spouse, or child. That is the base skill of personal success. It is the communication skills such as writing, speaking, and negotiating that are crucial to the life of success. It is a skill that I work on constantly, attending courses or buying educational tapes to expand my knowledge. As I have mentioned, my educated dad worked harder and harder the more competent he became. He also became more trapped the more specialized he got. Although his salary went up, his choices diminished. Soon after he was locked out of government work, he found out how vulnerable he really was professionally. It is like professional athletes who suddenly are injured or are too old to play. Their once high paying position is gone and they have limited skills to fall back. I think that is why my educated dad sided so much with unions after that. He realized how much a union would have benefited him. He realized how much a union would have benefited him. Rich Dad encouraged Mike and me to know a little about a lot. He encouraged us to work with people smarter than we were and to bring smart people together to work as a team. Today, it would be called a synergy of professional specialities. Today, I meet ex school teachers earning hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. They earn that much because they have specialized skills in their field as well as other skills they can teach as well as sell and market. I know of no other skills to be more important than selling as well as marketing. I know of no other skills to be more important than selling and marketing. Selling as well as marketing. I know of no other skills to me more important than selling as well as marketing. The skills of selling and marketing are difficult for most people, primarily due to their fear of rejection or the fear of failure. The easier life is the easier life is. Just as I advised that newspaper writer who wanted to become a best selling author, I advise anyone else today. Being technically specialized has its strengths as well as its weaknesses. I have friends who are geniuses but they cannot communicate effectively with other human beings and as a result their earnings are pitiful. I advise them to just spend a year learning to sell. Even if they earn nothing, their communication skills will improve and that is priceless. In addition to being good learners, sellers, and marketers, in addition to being good learners, sellers, and marketers, we need to be good teachers as well as good students. To be truly rich, we need to be able to give as well as to receive. In cases of financial or professional struggle, there is often a lack of giving and receiving. I know many people who are poor because they are neither good students nor good teachers. Both of my dads were generous men. Both made it a practice to give first. Te- Teaching was one of their ways of giving. The more they gave, the more they received. One glaring difference was in the giving of money. My rich dad gave lots of money away. He gave to his church, to charities, to his foundation. He knew that to receive money you had to give money. Giving money is a secret to most great wealthy families. That is why they, there are organizations like the Rockefeller Foundation and the Ford Foundation. These are organizations designed to take their wealth and increase it as well as give it away in perpetuity. My educated dad always said, When I have some extra money, I will give it. The problem was there was never any extra. So he worked harder to draw more money in rather than focus on the most important law of money: give and you shall receive. Instead, he believed in receive and then you give. In conclusion, I became both dads. One part of me is a hardcore capitalist, that means a simple like businessman who loves the game of money making money. The other side is a socially responsible teacher who is deeply concerned with this ever widening gap between the haves and have nots. I personally hold the archaic educational system primarily responsible for this growing gap.